What's good? This your boy Tico Trent, and I'm gonna talk about being colorblind because I believe it's like 1 in 4 men, 1 in 5 men are colorblind. So I'm gonna talk about this because it affects men, and if you don't like it, that's just too fucking bad. I'm gonna touch on here's the thing I've noticed: men actually suffer from it more than women. Yes, however, there are some men, based on genetics and evolution, that actually can overcome this shit. I don't mean like they can see the color right away, meaning that their eyes and brain adjusted to a point where they can overcompensate for shit like that. Good example of that is me, because I'm actually colorblind. I don't have the normal range colorblind shit like your blue greens, your orange reds, your orange whatevers, your yellows, shit like that. Mine's actually is, when it comes down to it, when I'm in public, when it comes to white people in anything like a taupe or lighter backdrop, I have a problem with seeing white people. Like, that's like legit. Or if the sun is bright, I have a problem with seeing white people. If the sun is like on full blast that day and like it's shining brightly, have a problem with, especially if there's snow outside, especially if the building is like a cream or a white or a taupe or something along the lines of that, or a beige. I have a problem with seeing white people. That's just facts. Like, I don't really notice people. This is why I like my white friends said, "Well, didn't you see me? I was waving to you." "No, I didn't really see you. I'm sorry, pimp. I just didn't see your ass." Like, I honestly didn't see you because I'm legit colorblind. But the irony to the trade-off to be me being colorblind is, I don't know if it's like a pupil thing or if it's an optic or a nerve thing where like it's supposed to adjust properly. But I've noticed with it, the brighter it is, the more problems I have. The brighter it is in a room or outside, the more problems I have with seeing. However, my eyes do adjust to darker or lower light, if you know what I mean, which is actually pretty nice sometimes, especially if people start cutting out lights and, trying to come at you, which works out pretty nicely. My eyes do adjust to dark a lot faster. And one of my eyes actually have like a depth perception, and the depth perception in one of my eyes is really, really good, whereas the other eye mainly focuses on like shape, and they both focus on shape, but the other eye is better at shape than the other eye, and the one eye is better at depth perception and depth perception than the other one, if you know what I mean. So one eye actually is better at one thing than the other eye, but they both are good at it. But it's raised, it's given, it's in one eye, it's given a boost than the other eye, if you know what I mean. So when it comes down to it, when I'm in public and I'm actually seeing people, I rely heavily on hearing and smell. So if you don't smell familiar to me, or if your voice doesn't sound familiar to me, or if your footsteps don't sound familiar to me, I'm probably not going to talk to you, and I'm probably going to ignore you. That's pretty much how I navigate my world when it comes to my white friends, for the most part. I just typically listen for voices and footsteps, and I rely heavily on smell. So it's how I've pretty much gotten through life. Because when I say I'm colorblind, people go, "Oh, that sucks. So what colors can't you see?" Then it's kind of hard to explain to people, because then they'll be like, "Well, I don't understand." Well, yeah, now I'm making this video so you can fucking understand. And so legit, when it comes to white people with taupe and lighter backdrops, I have a problem with seeing them. When it comes to white women who tan, who have blonde hair or honey brown hair, you look like Cousin It to me. Like, legit. I'm not trying to be mean. You legit look like Cousin It to me. Like, that's legit how you look to me. If you tan and you have blonde or honey brown hair, you fucking look like Cousin It to me. That's probably another reason why I don't find white women attractive as much as what I'm guessing, because that's how it looks to me. And you look like the backdrop when you're walking through a hallway, or you look like Cousin It when you're tanned and you're trying to pull off the tan look. It kind of sort of distorts, like, with the things that women put themselves through kind of sort of distort how I view it in my eyes. How most people, that's hot, that's sexy. Motherfucker, I can't see it. Like, legit. Motherfucker, I can't see it. Like, so, like, and that's the thing that I've noticed about people. Like, I've noticed that I can see better when the darker it is than it is, no matter how much light is out there when it comes to seeing, like, white people in general. I can actually see them better. The dimmer the light, the better I can see them. Like, if you're working in a hallway, you work in a hospital, 9 times out of 10, you got the fluorescent light bulbs going. You got, like, this about the same color hallway or white hallways going on in the hospital. So, like, white people literally blend into the fucking wall to me, if you've ever met me, which is sad, but it's an unfortunate truth about my sight. It sucks, but I live with it. And that's probably why I don't really find white women attractive. Not because I'm a racist, because I just don't see your ass. Legit. In certain settings, I just don't see your ass. And if you got a tan, I just really don't see your ass. You look like Cousin It to me. And it's sad but true, but, like, a nigga's colorblind, so what can I do? And I kind of enjoy the benefits I enjoy the benefits of being colorblind more than I actually enjoy what I would actually enjoy actually being able to actually enjoy it better, because I actually see things differently and I view the world differently because of that. Outside of that, I like white people, but I just can't see them in certain settings. Or if they're tan and got blonde or honey brown hair, I can't see their asses. So it's one of those things.